What up, guys? Gangstapranksta here, bringing you the weekly wrestling review for March 17th. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, this is where I talk everything about pro wrestling, from news, reviews, to predictions. I talk about it all. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, welcome to the show. On today's show, we got reviews for Raw, Smackdown, Impact, Ring of Honor, predictions for TNA Victory Road, and a little bit of wrestling news. So let's get it started right away. First off, we have Raw. Starts out with Jerry Lawler. He comes out and says there's going to be a rap rock concert tonight between The Rock and Cena. And Cena's first, so he comes out with his original theme music. It was a nice throwback. He comes out with what he used to wear and stuff. So he does his little rap about The Rock, and he went in on The Rock. He did. I thought it was pretty good. It was good to see classic Cena. Like, this is like when he debuted, this is what he did. He came to the ring and he rapped. He kind of dropped that later on in his career, but this is how he started. You know, just making these stupid raps, and I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it, and I'll talk about later what I thought about the Rocks. But yeah, it's pretty good. So first match, we got Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus. Good match. Sheamus wins. Next, we got Santino Marella versus David Otunga and Mark Henry in a handicap match. It was an okay match. Henry and Otunga win. After the match, Henry and Otunga beat up Santino some more. And Kofi Kingston and R-Truth try and make the save, but they get taken out as well. Next, we got Jinder Mahal versus Brodus Clay. Brodus Clay made his return back to Raw after he hasn't appeared in a couple months, so he's back. It was a blah match. Brodus wins. Next, we got Shawn Michaels comes out and calls out The Undertaker. Undertaker comes out and they go back and forth. You know, they talk about Shawn not being able to beat The Undertaker and how Triple H has a chance of winning. You know, he almost won last year, but he couldn't get the job done. And as Shawn leaves, Triple H comes out and gives a nice crotch chop to The Undertaker. I thought that was pretty funny, because Undertaker just stood there and took it. Next, we got Miz versus CM Punk. Pretty good match. CM Punk wins. And after the match, Jericho appears on Titantron and says the reason Punk is straight edge is because Punk's dad is an alcoholic. And he said he's going to turn CM Punk into an alcoholic. So this feud's definitely getting personal. It seems like it might carry on past WrestleMania. If they're going to make it this personal, definitely let's try and stretch this feud out longer than WrestleMania, because they could probably have some pretty intense like street fights and shit like that. So I'd like to see where it goes. Next, we got Jack Swagger versus Randy Orton. Pretty good match. Orton wins. After the match, Kane's pyro goes off. Just, strike fear in Orton. And last but not least, we had The Rock come out, and he does his little rock concert, and it was really good. He fucking sang for about 20 minutes. It was fun. The crowd was into it. He talked a lot of shit about Cena, typical, what else is he going to talk about? He made fun of guys who are Cena fans. That was kind of funny. And to end it, he sang "We Will Rock You." We will rock you. And he did his own spin on it and stuff. And the one thing that kind of threw me off is I would have liked to seen John Cena come out and interrupt the Rock concert, and that would have just added so much more momentum into this feud. Rock's getting into it. He's playing his fucking guitar, oh yeah, rock and roll, woo! And Cena comes out and ruins it. That would have been a great moment to make Cena a heel. And but they didn't do that. They just had Rock sing for the whole 20 minutes, and then he ended the show. So that was it. Next, we got TNA Impact. It starts out with James Storm. He comes out and talks about how he can't wait to get his hands on Robert Roode. Bully Ray comes out and says that Storm has to go through him first. Storm challenges Bully Ray to a fight. Bully says, nah, you can take on Gunner tonight. And Gunner comes out and they start a brawl. First match, we got Madison Rayne versus Velvet Sky. Pretty good match. Madison wins. Next, we got Crimson versus Samoa Joe. Pretty good match. Crimson wins. And next, we got Austin Aries comes out to celebrate being the longest reigning X Division champ of all time. I think it was all time. And then Zema Ion comes out and gets in Aries' face, saying he's not going to be the champ for much longer, and then throws champagne in his face. Aries grabs the bottle and just dumps it all over Zema Ion. I would thought it would have been cool if he like fucking took the bottle and like fucking cracked it over Zema Ion's head, like not like a real bottle, like you get one of those, fake bottles that like break easily, and just bust it over Zema Ion's head. I thought that would have been so cool, but they didn't end up doing that. They just dumped champagne all over each other. So next we got Mickie James versus Gail Kim. Pretty good match. Gail wins. Next we got Mr. Anderson versus Christopher Daniels. Pretty good match. Anderson wins. And next we got Kurt Angle versus Garrett Bischoff in a 5-minute challenge match. Pretty good match. Garrett wins, and after the match, Angle attacks Garrett, and Jeff Hardy makes the save. Last but not least, we got Sting. Sting and Robert Roode are in the ring for a contract signing. They both sign the contract. Then Roode starts talking a bunch of crap about Sting and how he's old and has a huge ego. Sting finally gets fed up and flips the table, puts paint on his face, and starts just kicking Robert Roode's ass. So that was fun. They're going to have a good match on Victory Road. We'll talk about that later. But next we got Smackdown. So it starts out with Christian making his return with the Peep Show. Good to see Christian back on Smackdown. And he talks about the whole Laurinaitis, Teddy Long situation. His guests are Teddy Long and John Laurinaitis, so they both come out. And Christian tells him, why should I be on your team? So they both give reasons, and Long says he respects Christian, but he's gonna have to earn a world title match, because that's what Christian wants. He wants a world title match, one more match. And Laurinaitis says if they win, Christian will have his match, and Christian joins Laurinaitis. And then Teddy makes a match for David Otunga and Kofi Kingston. They had a pretty good match. Kofi ends up winning that one. Next we got AJ versus Nikki Bella. Okay match. AJ wins. Next we got Cody Rhodes versus Great Khali. Pretty good match. Cody wins. Next we have Randy Orton comes out and he talks about Kane. Kane comes out and shows Randy a match they had like last year, and it's the reason Kane hates Orton. Like, I think it's weird when they kind of when they have a feud now based on something that happened like a long time ago. Like, what took so long for this feud to happen? If it really pissed you off, you shouldn't have waited a year for it to happen. So I was like, it's whatever. Anyways, Orton tells Kane to shut up and fight, and Kane says they'll fight, but it'll be at WrestleMania. So there's another match for WrestleMania. Kane versus Orton. Next we got Drew McIntyre versus Big Show. Okay match. Big Show wins. Mark Henry versus Yoshitatsu. Okay match. Henry wins. And last but not least, we have Jericho versus Chris Jericho versus Sheamus. And this was a good match. Jericho wins by countouts. Next we got Ring of Honor TV. So the whole show is based around this kind of tournament system. So Ring of Honor has 2 pay-per-views coming up in the end of March 30th and 31st. They're going to have 2 shows, and you guys can get them on Go Fight Live. You can buy them separately for $15 each, or you can do the smart thing and buy them both for $20. So the first show is going to have Eddie Edwards versus Davey Richards versus Roderick Strong. And on the second night, these were the matches that are going to determine their opponents. So we have Jay Lethal versus Kenny King. Winner takes on Roderick Strong at the second pay-per-view. Good match. Jay Lethal wins, so it's going to be Jay Lethal versus Roderick Strong. Next we have Adam Cole versus Kevin Steen. Winner gets to face Eddie Edwards at the second pay-per-view. Pretty good match. Steen wins, and so it'll be Kevin Steen versus Eddie Edwards. And last but not least, we have Kyle O'Reilly versus Michael Elgin. Winner faces Davey Richards at the second pay-per-view. Good match. Elgin wins, so he's going to take on Davey Richards. These pay-per-views are looking great. If you want to order these pay-per-views, I'm going to link it in the description. The pay-per-views are not until March 30th and 31st, so it's going to be like a Friday and Saturday show. And then you got WrestleMania on the Sunday, so that weekend is going to be so fucking intense. I can't wait for that weekend. Whew. I'm getting excited thinking about it. So, yeah, Ring of Honor was a good show. Definitely recommend it. If you don't know how to watch Ring of Honor, you go to ROHWrestling.com, make an account, sign up for an account. It's free, and they put up their show on the website every Thursday. So make sure you keep up with it. It's 50 minutes, well, an hour, but 50 with commercials and stuff. They cut out the commercials on the website. Anyways, 50 minutes. Always gonna have great wrestling on it, and I definitely recommend it if you're a professional wrestling fan. Next, we got predictions for TNA Victory Road, which is this Sunday. Couple matches. Actually, it's got a full card. A couple matches I'm kind of about, and a couple matches I'm kind of excited for. So first off, we got Robbie E versus an unknown opponent for the TNA TV title. This is gonna be an open challenge match, so I can't really comment. But who's his opponent going to be? Maybe Pope, D'Angelo De Niro. I don't know. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Robbie E, open challenge. Should be a good match. Next, we got Austin Aries versus Zema Ion X Division title match. This is probably going to be a really good match. Definitely like to see Aries win. But... okay, so they just had, they're having the whole thing with Zema Ion. I broke Jesse's neck, and what's it called? He broke his neck, so he might need this X Division title if they're going to continue that, maybe give him some momentum to be a full-fledged heel. And this is another problem I have with two of these matches. It's a heel versus heel. Who's the face in the situation, Who are people supposed to cheer for? The same thing with the Gail Kim versus Madison Rayne. Who are we supposed to cheer for? They're both heels, so that's kind of dumb. Anyways, I don't really care who wins because I can see it going either way. I would like Austin Aries. Actually, maybe let Zema Ion win and then have Austin Aries kind of maybe go for the TV title. Maybe even go for the world title. I don't know. I'd like to see him, progress into a higher main event status eventually. But, yeah, so I have no prediction for this match. It could go either way. Next, we got Crimson and Matt Morgan versus Samoa Joe and Magnus. TNA Tag Team title match. This is probably going to be a good match. I see Samoa Joe and Magnus retaining their titles. And hopefully we can get another team in here. Probably Matt Morgan and Crimson are going to start feuding with each other. So Samoa Joe and Magnus are definitely going to need a new tag team to feud with. Maybe even Robbie E and Robbie T. Rob Terry, I mean. Well, that's what they're calling each other. Robbie E and Robbie T. The Shore Stoppers or something. I don't know. But yeah, that could be fun for Lockdown. Shit, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Make it happen, TNA. Next, we got Gail Kim versus Madison Rayne Knockouts title match. Let Madison win, Gail, she's been champ, and to be honest, I haven't really cared. So maybe, let Madison win, that'll probably piss off Gail some more. You could probably squeeze another match out of this for Lockdown. So I'm going to go with Madison on this one. Next, we got Bully Ray versus James Storm. It's probably going to be a really good match. I'm going to go with James Storm. You can't have him lose. He's going to have a world title match next pay-per-view, so he's got to go in strong. He's got to win this. He can't lose and then go into the pay-per-view. That would just be stupid. Next, we got AJ Styles and Mr. Anderson versus Christopher Daniels and Kazarian in a tag team match. Again, I still don't know why they're feuding. I don't know why Mr. Anderson I know Mr. Anderson got involved to back up AJ, but I don't know why they're feuding. Again, we're like, what, two and a half months into this feud, and we don't know why they're having it? Just, what? Whatever. It's probably going to be a good match, no doubt, but I'd like to know what they're feuding about. It's the most mysterious feud ever. Just they hate each other for some fucking reason. I'm gonna go with AJ Styles and Mr. Anderson. You know, this Mr. Anderson's like first pay-per-view back, so why not give him the win? Next we got Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy. This is probably going to be a good match. I see this feud lasting till about Sacrifice, so they're going to go Lockdown, Sacrifice, and the winner will probably face whoever's world champ at the Slammiversary pay-per-view. Probably going to be Jeff Hardy. So yeah, this is going to be a really good match. I'm going to go with Kurt Angle on this one. He's kind of all over the place, and let's get him back on track. Let him win this match, and see where this feud takes us. Last but not least, we have Sting versus Robert Roode, no holds barred match. This is not a TNA World Title match. This is just gonna be like a no DQ match kind of thing. You definitely gotta go with Robert Roode. You can't have him again. Same situation with James Storm. You can't have him lose going into this big match at Lockdown. This will just make the champion look stupid. So yeah, you know what? Have Robert Roode beat Sting, beat him so bad, he keeps beating him even after the match, and then have James Storm come out and make the save, kind of making fans like, oh shit, this, for them to focus on the Storm Roode match instead of Storm or Roode versus Sting. So, let Roode beat the shit out of Sting after the match, and then have James Storm make the save. That'd be cool. So that's this Sunday. We'll have a review for it next week. Next, we got a little bit of news. So first off, F4W Online is reporting that former Intercontinental Champion Matt Bloom, a.k.a. Prince Albert, A-Train, and Albert, he's had a lot of names, has re-signed with WWE. He's been working in Japan ever since he got released, and he's definitely become a better wrestler. So he's denied it. He said, this isn't true, but, remember Jericho? He said he wasn't coming back too, and this motherfucker's here. So, anyways, I'd definitely like to see Albert back. He's been doing big things in Japan, and I did like him when he was in WWE. I thought he was a solid heel, and I think he could still be a solid heel in WWE. WWE doesn't really have those big heels, those like monster heels. Yeah, you have Kane and stuff. He kind of flip-flops. He's heel and then he's face, heel, face. Henry's like the only heel I can think of that's just like a monster, I think Albert would definitely be cool. It's just like for nostalgic purposes, and the fact that I think he could be a great addition to the WWE locker or WWE roster, I mean. Next we got MMA Valor is reporting that Oklahoma State Athletic Commission has suspended all combat sports, including MMA, boxing, and professional wrestling and this takes place March 31st, 2012. So if you live in Oklahoma, go start watching all the wrestling you can in your city, the MMA, because after fucking March 31st, it's banned. So the report notes that effective right now, the Oklahoma State Athletic Commission has halted approving event permits for all combat sports after March 31st. This according to the director of the Oklahoma State Athletic Commission, Joe Miller, who talked with MMA Valor regarding the matter. The report goes on to note that although the Athletic State Commission is claiming that the reason for the suspension is due of lack of funding, the more specific reason is that a pending UFC lawsuit is threatening the funds the commission currently has. So that definitely sucks, it sucks, man. No fucking wrestling or MMA or boxing in Oklahoma. Like, that just sucks. That's like some Nazi shit. But they don't have the money. Maybe, I don't know, if you live in Oklahoma, maybe try and raise a fundraiser or some shit. Car washes, fucking a bake sale. I don't fucking know, but shit, that just sucks. I feel bad for people in Oklahoma. They don't get to go watch wrestling or shit anymore. Ugh. That broke my heart. people should be able to go watch, wrestling, go watch boxing, MMA, whatever the hell you're into. Just sad. It's sad. A prayer for Oklahoma. Last but not least, we have Vince Russo, former head writer of TNA and WWE and WCW, is going to be participating in a U-shoot. So okay, let's break this down. So a shoot interview is a very candid interview conducted by companies such as RF Video and High Spots and Kayfabe Commentaries. And it's basically an interview with certain wrestlers. You can go take a look at all the websites. I like RF Video. Basically, it's an interview with certain wrestlers. They've done tons. They've done with Kurt Angle, Scott Hall, like Kevin Nash, like Shawn Michaels. Just the list goes on and on. It's very candid questions. Like, it's a very honest interview. If you've never seen one of these, it's like, what did you let's pretend we're in an interview with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, what did you think of? Do you like Stone Cold Steve Austin? Like, what are your thoughts on him? No, I think he's a dick. He didn't say that. I'm just giving that as an example, So shoot interviews are definitely fun. A U-shoot is so much fun. So what a U-shoot is, it's what I said, it's an interview, but the fans get to ask the questions. So I'm going to put the link in the description, and you guys can go ask whatever you want to Vince Russo. What are your thoughts on putting the WCW title on David Arquette? Do you think it was a good idea? What are your thoughts on Hogan and Bischoff when they arrived in TNA? Did you feel threatened? Whatever. You can go ask questions like that. And it's really fun. They've done one with Hardcore Holly, Sabu, X-Pac, Chyna, Sandman. It's always good. I definitely recommend U-shoots if you've never seen one. They're a lot of fun. So yeah, go send him a message. If you don't know who Vince Russo is, go look at his Wikipedia, go do your research, and go ask some questions. See if you make it on the show. So that should be fun. So that's it for the show, guys. I want to thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next week, because next week we got reviews for Raw, Smackdown, Impact, Ring of Honor, reviews for TNA Victory Road. No predictions for WrestleMania. That's the week after. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace out.